Welcome back, everybody. We have returned. Game number 2 here as we switch over to the wonderful draft of OG up against SFT. Game number 2 in this best of 3. The pips haven't been added, though, unfortunately, but SFT do lead by 1 game. They won game number 1 with relative ease as well, we've got to say. The draft didn't go the way of OG, and they've got some climbing to do. A long road ahead of them. This best of 3 has not started well, but we'll find out what Fly and the lads can do as we get into the draft. Trent, Necro first pick this time, not the Veno. They haven't banned the Nyx or the Monkey, but SFT get their hands on the Lich.
So what is this here? The admin, no respect, so surprised, won't even put the marker.
Yeah,
is that what I'm seeing? How dare they? Yeah, Lich, first Lich game of the day for sure. I think I had a couple yesterday, but not many. He was not slipping through all too often. But finally he makes his way. But with AA banned and Necrophos left in, they are down. And this is a OG draft that probably won't revolve around illusions, but you never know, I suppose.
We'll see. We'll see where that goes. So Shadow Shaman, Necro, a bunch of Disable. A little bit of push here and there, but against the Lich Nyx, they've got Mana Burn and Stuns, and Nyx Assassin, STST has been playing this hero every game he possibly can. Great with the multi-man stuns, but just being able to kind of scout people out with that Vendetta. Look around for people to hunt and find and kill and pick off. He's very good at that sneaky little maneuvering in the enemy jungles. Io Lycan, Pugna and Bat. Lots of interesting heroes being banned. Io Necro, of course, one of the great combinations with that just ridiculous amount of heal between the two of them. Pugna, banned out by OG, one of the heroes that Thompson definitely plays in the mid lane with that whole Ether Lens, Aghanim's Veil build that you just blow people up with. The Bat Rider and Lycan, I guess, are a little more... Well, I guess Lycan's a little more focused towards OG.
Yeah, but he remains the Monkey. But now, okay, so you'd be picking Monkey into instant stun from the Shaman. You'd be picking into potential global vision from the Night Stalker in terms of like giant AoE, tree vision, flying vision, whatever you want to call it. And then you also have the Necrophos with the Ghost Shroud able to be almost totally immune from your damage other than the pounce off the tree. That little bit of magic damage that you provide. So you'd have to be pretty damn confident in your Monkey King, I would say, to go into this. Would also have to fit certain things, but what else still fits? The CK, I think, still pretty weak, clear so far from OG. For now, they can just grab themselves likely their offlaner though for SFT for Nikwa.
They've been leaving his heroes until late into the draft, though, haven't they?
That is true.
Mirana, 5th pick earlier on yesterday against Tuho, I think that was. They had the Enchantress this game.
Mirana's actually not a bad pick here right now for that flexibility as well as the heavy magic damage up against Necrophos. The Venomancer is, of course, gone in the first phase. We often look for those like anti-vision heroes for Night Stalker, trying to give yourself some vision, trying to keep up with the darkness. Nyx Assassin does that to an extent, but he's also quite vulnerable to Night Stalker.
Certainly with dust and gems and all that stuff being picked up later in the game, adding in. Definitely painful for the Nyx as the game progresses, but SFT thinking long and hard about this, and they finally picked themselves up a Jakiro. Is that going to be the offlane Jakiro for Nikwa then?
That would be my guess, right? Pretty unlikely we have an offlane Nyx Assassin, I would think. Unless they have some ideas about like a really greedy forward Jakiro that gets like an early Yules or something. But yeah, again, we kind of talked about Jakiro earlier, where we've been seeing a lot of different roles for the hero. And he's also pretty tanky, so it's hard to burst him down for like a quick scythe or anything like that. He can sit in the back lines and disrupt. He throws a lot of magic damage. And although his spells take a while to throw out, Necrophos is definitely not the most mobile core when you're trying to snipe him down. His main defense mechanism comes instead from that Ghost Shroud, and that is something that Jakiro can heavily punish if he times his skills right. Okay.
Someone's telling me to remove the overlay, and the game hasn't even started on the stream yet.
That's because they're giving you 5 minutes of warning. That's very nice of them, actually.
That's true, actually. Thank you. I have forgotten to remove the draft overlay a fair few times, but sure we'll We'll get along. Don't you worry, Twitch chat. We'll be fine. We'll be okay. OG. Where are you going with this? Brewmaster was first banned by SFTe, so S4's hero pool down to Legion Commander, Tidehunter, Magnus.
Does he play that hero? Is S4 Magnus? Is he? Can't seem to remember. Chat, could you help us? Is that a normal S4 hero?
What's his name in real life? What does that?
I just can't think of it. Does Thompson play Monkey King? Does anyone know?
Are we gonna continue this meme? I'm just gonna.
I think so. That's where we're at.
This is where I put my elbow on the table, put my hand up onto my temple, and I start rubbing my forehead. And I'm thinking really hard about this. We've not seen a Monkey King before. Right, we'll stop now.
Okay, that's probably for the best.
Well done.
Thank you. So they have the last pick where they can figure out what they want to do in terms of the Empower partner. They take the Monkey King now to make sure it won't get banned out. Question is, what do you remove? You don't know what the mid lane's gonna be. Can you count on your Monkey King being mid?
Probably not.
Well, I mean, but think about it though. What Empower heroes stomp Monkey King mid? Because I'm thinking of like Viper and all that kind of crap or whatever. Someone to like shit on a Monkey King, but those kind of heroes aren't going to make use of the Empower, and they already have one core that doesn't do anything with Empower already.
I'm wondering about PA with the evasion, but I guess early on you don't have the evasion points and you go more into Dagger. PA probably doesn't do that well against Monkey in lane, but I don't think I've ever seen that matchup before. Ember Spirit's going to get slammed by a Nyx and a Monkey. They ban the Troll. I mean, it could just be Necro mid, you know, and then they have a safe lane hero from OG.
Yep.
That's a hard one. Well, what have we got for Illidan then? Show me what you've got, SFT.
10 seconds remaining.
Are you worried about picking Chaos Knight into this too much? You've got Lich Frost Armor, you've got Jakiro and Nyx to try and save you with a bunch of stuns.
I would think it feels a bit wasteful to pick it into Magnus when it's, you know, a hero that naturally kind of deals with those types of heroes. Maybe try and figure out something that's less countered by it. But easier said than done. You don't have any real defensive supports other than the Lich.
Yeah.
Throwing the Frost Armor on top of you, as well as counter initiation from the Jakiro from long range, I suppose. I mean, so the Ice Paths are going to be pretty clutch.
If we think about Illidan, I guess, in general, heroes like Anti-Mage, Medusa, Weaver, but I'm scared to pick Weaver into Shadow Shaman, Night Stalker, Magnus, Necro. You're going to get chain stunned and you know, like your Linken's is going to get popped by something down the line. So go for a Sven for Illidan. Tanky, no-nonsense hero.
Not a Diffusal hero, though. So that's probably going to have to come from the Monkey King. Okay. Because they don't really... I don't think they have enough magic damage to deal with the Shroud without Diffusal, but...
They might have enough stuns if they don't get disrupted, but then if they collapse onto Necro, that's when Magnus... I really like this, actually. Necro and Magnus together, because people like to collapse onto Necro to try kill him.
Wow, they had like no time to decide their pick. Holy. They were really running low in the draft time.
1 second remaining, and they go for the TB. Hello? Hello? Hello. No Tail gets his Terror Blade, so no, they're going to put Resolution on it. So they are committing to this, the role swap. Resolution Terror Blade. Okie dokie.
Thompson, Monkey King. All right, well, you got your OG Illusion hero, guys. It's back. Close one. I know you were all getting a little bit worried it wasn't going to show up there, but thank goodness it did. Our life would be difficult. And it is indeed the Nikwa Jakiro. I feel like he was one of the first people to do offlane Jakiro even during that time, because I think he was on Alliance at that point, if I'm not mistaken. Does that sound right?
It's a long while back. It sounds about right. I'm going to allow you that one.
All right, sure. I mean, I don't know, you know, people can... Wow, the first thing when you Google Nikwa Alliance is kicked. It shows up right after the autocomplete. I shit you not.
That's very, very mean. Well, I can't even get my I can't even get my chronology right on the whole Jakiro thing. You just giggle.
Yeah, I don't remember. That's pretty funny.
Yes, we had.
Poor guy.
Like...
Oh, jeez.
It's fine. He got some good experience and exposure. I'm sure it's all okay.
That's right. But, got him on Dream League, right? You know, he showed up.
I mean, Jakiro was like picked as like an Earthshaker substitute for a long time because Ice Path used to be just ridiculously good. Then people started playing Jakiro safe lane, and it was like BZZ or Yol or one of those CIS players that played Jakiro safe lane. Then it shifted to EU and NA. Then it was Jakiro off lane. We used to see Jakiro mid was like a TA matchup that Dendi kind of showed off as well. That was a little bit of a thing, but Jakiro has been, is I don't know, like the village bicycle, honestly. Every lane, any lane, wherever you want to throw me, I'll be there, I'll do my job, don't you worry. I actually, speaking of doing my job, overlay changed. Done.
Nice, nice work.
Almost forgot, but we got there. We did it. Well done. Already early on, ST gets an observer ward down, which blocks the camp. Probably going to try and contest that bounty rune as they move themselves up. Down at the bottom spot, I think Pablo knows about this. They're pinging out the ward spot. As Jirax, he did sprint down here with his brown boots, but I think Pablo got here first. He's going to put his sentry down. No? You're just hunting for a hero. You think a hero's here, do you? You got an observer ward down, buddy. Well,
yeah, they're trying to find S4. I am assuming, and like either they're hiding there to pull it, or maybe down here. They could also check potentially, but
30 seconds to battle.
They don't want to yet. You don't want to waste tree dance early on. You'd much rather be able to take your boundless strike as well as your Jingu mastery at the beginning. Now he's currently still trying to get that courier, man. He's not having a lot of luck here. This is like the best part of a Monkey King game, dude. Oh.
You can do it.
He just can't get it.
Is he going to get to this bounty rune? He's scared. He's panicking. There is only a Magnus here. Top spot being contested like we thought. Who's going to get the bounty? Who's faster at clicking? It's going to be 3 for OG. As S4 gets the bottom. Resolution gets the top. And No-Tail gets his with no contest whatsoever. Oh, a decent start for OG. Much better than last game. Get themselves 3 bounties.
Game 3. That's pretty much it, I guess.
Absolutely.
But because of that, like they were looking, scouting, trying to find S4, hiding one of these tree spots, but he doesn't even need to. He just waltzes on in because they're leaving him alone. They are going to do the Lich Sven mid. Touched on this combo earlier as being a possibility. But here it is in fresh, exciting action once again.
With Sacrifice, with Frost Ice Armor. Not Frost Armor, Ice Armor.
Yes, get it right.
Going to make that Sven like, impervious to all of the right-click harass. Fly and ST can have a bit of a trade here, but of course Shadow Shaman with the insane 71 to 78 damage range is just going to right-click and punch the Nyx away. But then again, he's got 4.3 HP regen, so he's kind of fine with this. Get a deny on the little range creep. Everything's going swimmingly at this top lane until the Metamorphosis comes in. Shackles now in from Fly. Good stun to cancel out, but an equal body blocked by Jirax. No void remaining, but a couple more punches will secure them. First blood for Fly. OG, this is more like it.
Good little start for them. And they also, I noticed, got the first range creep deny for No-Tail too. So he's 2v1. But getting those denies is pretty important when you're up against Lich, trying to keep the lane even.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Bottom lane. Don't know what's happening here, but Monkey with an Orb of Venom. Wait, top lane. We'll come back to this in a second. Shackles into the damage. The Metamorphosis is still here from Resolution. Not quite enough range. They can't reach through past the trees to kill the Nyx. They nearly had him, though, forcing him away from the lane at the very least there. Or have they? ST regenning up. 11.5 HP regen a second. Bounty rune in 5 seconds' time. Hello. Hello.
Jeez, S4's getting so greedy. Oh, God. He tried to walk on Thompson like 3 times to get the skewer into the tower, and Thompson just kept right-clicking and moving back because he had boots and S4 didn't. But I think S4 knew that he was too low, that he had to commit. So he just got 4-tapped into the boundless strike, and Thompson gets a freebie.
Yeah, they had a trade prior to that as well, where they both dropped to like 100 HP. Thompson falls back, selves up, and I guess that was when I moved my camera to top and saw the Nyx Assassin going 1v2. S4 got greedy, you say, and we'll pay for it. We also had Illidan chasing down No-Tail, doing a significant amount of damage just with a stun and a kind of chase forward into him. Pablo arrives. There's the Frost Blast. The stun. There is no Ghost Shroud. Punches in from Illidan. Might be enough. The salve is popped, but Pablo finishes off the green man with a nice bit of blue ice. Seals the deal. And No-Tail not having such an amazing game anymore. 18, 19 and 1 for Illidan, slamming away at this creep wave, taking them all down with him. And No-Tail returns to lane, but immediately loses a third of his HP.
Thompson, again, just got the stacks, and he's looking for the boundless strike, but it's not enough damage. He just gets the lifesteal.
When you said top, I moved top, and you said sun. I was like, oh god, I'm fucked up here.
Alright, that is a fair point.
Oh, I think it's just a bit of brain lag, don't worry, for me. Don't worry. Top lane, there was a skirmish there. Fly is forced away from this lane. Nico now up to level 2, closing in on the 3. Second point in the door breath, definitely going to be a nice bit of help to deal with the Terrorblade, whose metamorphosis is now up again, level 2 this time. I wonder if he'll play a similar role to what Notel used to do with the Terrorblade. Will we see the 6-7 minute rotations into tier 1 mid? Will we see the TPs down to bottom to deal with the Monkey King? Or do you think?
That's what I would expect.
Oh.
Probably a bottom rotation. Man, poor S4. There's like nothing you can do because you're so far behind in this matchup that he can't even like. There's no point buying brown boots, right? Because he had the gold, but he has to commit for the soul ring because he might as well just focus on shockwave farming. Because if you try and buy brown boots and like outposition the Monkey King, he's just gonna skill up jump and he's gonna hop in these trees and get behind you anyway. And you'll take so many right clicks that it won't matter. I think Pablo got that haste rune.
See you, Jerax. Yeah. Nothing for you to do here. While things slow down a little bit, I did notice something. The Sven has one of the single ugliest items in existence, and he's wearing them.
The helmet?
No,
You're not
the pantaloons of the freelancer, dude. The pantaloons. Look at them. They're striped and weird looking. Everything else is fine.
He looks like one of those guys at the like the medieval dinner places, you know,
like
where
a jester, a court jester.
Yeah.
He look no.
Nice.
What he looks like is a 1960s beach house. Not a beach house, but a beach tent in the UK that we used to have for the changing rooms. They're all multicolored and striped like that, but Chikiro...
Yes, I've seen Mr. Bean do shenanigans with those things, I believe.
Yes, you would have.
Yes, your culture is well respected across the world.
I'm glad, because nothing else from our country is.
Yeah.
Necro pops the Ghost Shroud, and the Magic Wand charges. Must have had a fair few of them there to deal with the Lich and the Sven. Speaking of Sven, low on the old HP. Don't know if they can really go in onto No-Tail there. ST's Nyx Assassin is maybe making
scary. You see this Necrophos at 5, and you're like, man, he's probably really close to 6. I don't know how close, but I can't be there. And it's a good thing he backed away, because it's about to pop.
The great thing about this Lich mid, I guess, is the ancient stacks you're able to get. Pablo already building bank up for Illidan, as Nyx does make the rotation in. He's been hiding around. They'll get the chain stuns through onto No-Tail. He's got Ghost Shroud and stick charges, so he'll be able to pop himself up to 300, 400 HP. Damage output not going to be enough here, so a little bit of a misplay there. They chain their stuns, but you need to hold on to one of them. Well, that TP away, the Ghost Shroud, of course, healing him up, and now OG, they make their rotation. The hit into Thompson, Void into Shackles, and the Monkey King will be slain. Removed from the game. OG, they've had enough of that. No more shenanigans from you. S4 needs his farm, needs his money, and he'll get it.
Yeah, very well executed. That's a tough one to get when you're thinking about a shaman with boots, too. When you had to find that perfect kind of a wrap, and they focused the hero that certainly needed it on the Radiant team. So we keep the game relatively even. But last game, it was, of course, the Alchemist playing inside this zone that our Sven is in right now. And we'll see if OG can put that same pressure that SFT did to slow down Rezo.
Oh, Fly's been found. S4 Magnus also could be stunned. ST! Hello, that's gorgeous. Good RP back in though from S4. Buys him a bit of space, a little bit of time to run away. One more swipe in from the Monkey King though. Thompson makes sure that he does not retreat after using that big ulti. Jerax and Fly though, they'll survive. Go back up to help Resolution top lane perhaps. But yeah, for those of you just joining us, this is game number 2. We don't have the markers up the top, unfortunately. One of the little chipmunks who's been working away, adminning the games, he's slipped or something, forgotten to put them up. But it is a 1-0 lead for SFT. OG were defeated in game number 1, so they have a 2-game streak that they need to win this best of 3, whereas SFT, of course, won and done. They'll move on to the semi-finals if they complete this. Jirax, Rezo, looking for Nikwa. He's got an ice path, throws it back into the TB, but with Jirax positioning so beautifully, should be able to fly over the trees and find this kill, but the stun from ST
but can he?
things down. Mana burns there as well, Nikwa surviving. Are you really going to get away with this? Surely not. Jirax, he can't get avoided. Another ice path comes through. Nikwa surviving, juking through the trees and finally dies, but it buys the time to kill off the Night Stalker at least. Really great play. Why, that's Shakiro.
Probably good, yeah. It's a slight gain for the Dire. In the end, probably a little better for the Dire just because of all the forced rotations as well, right? You're bringing all these heroes just trying to deal with Jerax, so Invis, no tail. All right, no tail pings the lich. He says, anyone want to come here and help me put the scythe on this dude? Because I could really use some HP.
He could really use some money as well, to be honest. You know, Trent, 2,200 net worth.
This is a scary place to be because there's oftentimes sentries, right? Because there is one there.
Can they finish him though?
There's no way.
No, he does get forced away. But Magnus has more net worth here than your mid-necro. Topson wants to change this, it looks like. Not going to go in for the further hits onto S4. Scared of that reverse polarity and the shockwave. Nice sidestep, though. Sick. Topson. Oh, good play. A little bit of a dance there.
They attempt another stack here, but there is an observer ward inside the camp. And Illidan will now start going to it, but oh man, Fly could love to have some of this experience, and he's stealing it way down there in the river. Just saw him crank up into level 5. No tails here too. It's a party. Now, mind you, the gold does all go to the Radiant, so it's not a total loss, but it is a nice bit of help for the Dire.
Just a little bonus.
And jeez, I couldn't even find Tops on the stupid Monkey King. He's sitting right here in this damn tree. I just kept looking at the mini-map. I thought he was, because I expected him to be on a tree, so I was looking for the double tree.
But he is a tree. S4 with a max shockwave build, maybe a little unusual, as the precedent kind of was set for that farming Magnus, with the max in power, but here...
Then Iron Talon died and Soul Ring became God tier, and you have a TB that you're not empowering right now anyway, so it all makes sense.
It does certainly all make sense. When's the next night time? 2 minutes away. They're trying to get level 6 on Fly, farming away in these jungle camps with Jirax, who would also like to get a few little levels going his way as well.
Yeah, he missed the ancient party. And Rezo, though, we haven't talked much about him. He's just been farming away. He doesn't have any stacks for himself, but his net worth is still the top of the board. Just sitting in lane, no one ganking him, has the point in Sunder just in case. Didn't even need any points from Reflection, and now he's going to make a rotation in with a smoke here on Fly, and they are about to take this tower. The question is, do we commit Metamorphosis? Do we commit the snakes? And do we kill Monkey King? Find out in like 10 seconds.
All of the
Or does Monkey King kill all of us?
Oh, well, they get the RP. S4. He's going to just skewer him back into the danger zone, but a good stun from Nyx. Assassin, no way. But they turn this around. Topson, stepping towards the top. Fly has no mana. The damage from Topson clears up the Fly. Jirax tries to chase, but Resolution, the ulti from Topson, it comes through. He's got no soul. He does have a Sunder. He does have a Sunder. He has this available to him. He'll kill off ST's Nyx Assassin. Drops an illusion there, but Topson keeps the ulti, zoning them away. That should have been Monkey King dying immediately. But they get a 2-for-1 trade. The Monkey survives. I can't believe I've said this like 20 times over the past couple of days. Monkey King survives. And Nyx dies.
You would definitely be the most difficult hero. Actually, he's the easiest hero in What the Horse. It's always just Monkey King kills everyone else, I guess. Didn't go quite as good for them this time, of course. But Thompson lives, so everything's fine.
Trent, someone called you Suns fan in chat. They think you're Suns fan, dude. He really has rubbed off. He really has rubbed off on you.
Dude, you play enough pubs with Suns fan, it just something inside you breaks.
He touches you in very interesting ways. Illidan, Mask of Madness, halfway to Blink. It looks like No Tail has gone tread into Yules, and he's just sick and tired of being nuked down. He'll have at least a bit of respite if he cyclones himself. In comes ST though, Vendetta coming on through. No sentries just here. I don't know if they think this is coming because No Tail still very far forward. Pops the Ghost Shroud. There's the God Strength. Illidan pops his ulti, but No Tail turned around on with a Hex from Fly. They start things off. The Chain Frost won't bounce. This is awkward now as the Shackles do catch the Nyx Assassin, but Jirax being slapped around by the Sven. Jakiro joins the fray as a good Ice Path holds them in, but the Reaper's side secures a kill for No Tail, finally bringing someone down. But Fly will be the sacrifice as Illidan comes through with a double kill. And OG yet again, they are put down by SFT.
With the Sven with God Strength, you think you might just start with the next stun? Surprised. I guess they felt like they wouldn't be able to get enough damage. They might be right during the actual stun itself from the Sven. But alas, he survives. I guess it still works out in their favor.
Yeah.
And Rezo continues his rampage, though.
Well, still farming.
Yep.
Mask of Madness into Dragonlance. The army build. Lovely, lovely, lovely. You'll be able to farm through Ancients and anything.
Rezo confirmed LGD Ame fan. Is that what I'm hearing?
No comments.
Heard it here first, guys.
No,
yeah,
no
there you
comments, Trent. I'm not allowed to leak this information.
Sorry.
Especially on a live broadcast with so many lovely viewers, Trent.
It's not live. It's 5 minutes delayed. Got him.
They might go to Reddit and post things about us. Thompson, Fly might get in range with a Hex. He can follow with the Serpent Wards and the Shackles. Traps Thompson in. He turns around, gets his ultimate off. Jirax cleaved through by Illidan as they do get the kill on Fly in the back. Jirax swipe down, and you know what's happened again, Trent. I don't
he has phase boots.
Monkey King has phase boots and a Vanguard, and well, he got ganked, but didn't really do anything as Sven RP'd and skewered back into the tower. The damage from Resolution takes him to about half HP, but mana burn and stuns from the Nyx. The Boundless Strike lands across the 3. Monkey King now finally dies. His 5-kill streak removed, and No Tail gonna have a huge sigh of relief there because they finally kill the Monkey King. Maybe they get a kill on the Nyx as well. Good carapace. STe turns with a stun, juking through the trees, but he's still going to get found here by S4 and No Tail, who picks up a double kill and gets a tier 1. OG finally kicking into gear, finally getting a team fight their way.
Yeah. S4 has a chance to actually use it offensively there. Oh, mid lane though. Looks like Fly will go down here as Pablo snags up that kill with Frost Blast. But most of his RPs have felt very defensive, of course, and Nyx Assassin, although he was there again to ruin it with these 2-man stun, the turnaround potential is pretty difficult, and picking the Terrorblade into the Monkey King is also, of course, the insanely high armor. This is why he started being picked against the Alchemist in the mid lane, that like super crazy armor to start, made the Acid not do too much. Now with this mid-game scenario, you're obviously going to be pretty survivable against most of it. Like, he Boundless Striked him, it just didn't even do damage.
Is this a dead Jirax? Oh, it sure does look like it.
Yeah, good macro pyre.
Beautiful little wings, dodging away. The Orb of Venom and the Liquid Fire, though, look like they're going to tick him down to 3 HP. 3 HP! The creeps. Can you chase this? Come on, Jirax. The TP to the shrine. Illidan with his freshly purchased Blink and Ogre Club comes straight on in and finds the little Night Stalker.
Tough.
Well, there's Blink for S4 at least. With the regen rune, 5 seconds until RP. This could be a big fight for them. That's
an Atos. Is it done for? No, he still needs the recipe for Nequal, but very close. And we will be getting our Diffusal Blade out of the Monkey King. We talked about it during the draft, but looking for someone to get up against the Necrophos, and that's going to have to be on him this game. Sven, do you think Echo Saber or save for the BKB? Oh, yeah, all right. I feel like he just ulted. Yeah.
I flicked my camera down to box. I saw Rasta was losing HP. I was like, hang on a second, what's happening? And it's just a Monkey King putting a few hits into him. Scan in behind the tier 1 from the Radiant means they know that OG are trying to come back and defend this, but they don't know how many. Seeing as No Tail's mid, Terrorblade is still farming away with Empower into these Ancients. But yeah, Sven, Echo, or BKB, you're asking. See,
I think BKB.
Oh, 2-man RP. Support and an off-laner caught. This will be good. Reaper's Science will secure. That kill onto Jakiro. They win a team fight. They didn't get any of the big heroes, but they might be able to turn it into 3. ST chased down here with a couple of shockwaves and another couple of punches. They will get their 3 for nothing. OG.
Just get a halberd, actually. Sorry.
On the Sven? Yeah. Halberd.
Yeah. I actually kind of like that instead. And he is to just start Ancients and run away, but really feeling OG this game. Even though it's only a slight lead for the Radiant here, still kind of feels like OG are working that bread and butter once again. The Monkey King is just naturally going to be less effective this game. Didn't have a crazy lane to snowball out of this time. He's very high in the net worth, and he's partly why they have a lead, but this Terrorblade's hitting the timings that he needs, and is now building into a BKB of his own. Sven is going to decide that for himself too, and he does not have phase boots.
No, let me skewer. S4 barely off the mark. The Chain Frost still bouncing between the two of them. The Boundless Strike comes through. The Ghost Stride not available. The Frost Blast brings up No Tail. In comes the rest of SFTe. Down they go. One fell swoop. The Monkey joins the team fight, and OG fall flat on their faces.
Oops.
Yeah.
Okay. How much damage are they going to tower? Not even that much. So a bit greedy going for 2 there, perhaps. It's going to cost them their tier 1. Ilden has his Mathematis, yep, and destroys that illusion with Prejudice. And the Diffuse Blade's not pushing it too. Tail might have just missed one of his last chances. Oh, he diffuses up a Shaman illusion.
Got him.
Nice. 1 wasted. Worse than even wasting a raindrop. Goodness. The inefficiencies. Well, Sven's disappointed to find no ancient stacks. He'll just have to steal there. Oh, hey, there's a hero here, guys.
This could be problems. Blink dodges a stun.
Yeah, for Jakiro.
S4, sorry, on the Magnus. He's a little bit afraid here. Jakiro does get himself away. Thompson's killed off Jirac. God knows where that was in the back, but it's this Necro up on the front lines. He's walked into the ulti and Fly nearly dies. If they have a balance strike again, 5 seconds time, but no tail falls. Why are they walking into Macropire and Wukong's command? Trent,
It looks good. I mean, you're like, okay, I just skewered this Jakiro. Like, let's get a kill back here. They just took our tier 1. They're probably not sticking around, right? They spent ultis. There's no God Strength. Why are they here? That's that's what I'd be saying. This is like, oh, it's so dumb they're here kind of moment, But obviously it works out quite well for the Radiant.
Works out well for Monkey. Sven, God Strength, Boundless Strike, stops the S4 skewer mid-animation as he shuffled his legs but didn't move anywhere.
Angry Bull.
He needs a mobility scooter, I think, S4. Not going to be able to walk after that one, and with God Strength diffused, high ground they go. Glyph is forced. SFT, they hit their timings every time. 20 minutes in, winning the game, 5k ahead, breaking tier 3. They have no struggles going high ground. They will fall back now as Roshan is obviously still up. There's lots of the map to farm, and OG respawning soon with 10 seconds remaining on Magnus.
Did you say he needs a mobile scooter? Like a hover round?
A mobility.
Take himself to the Grand Canyon?
A mobility scooter.
Yeah, they're called like the hover round. That was like the big one advertised on the continent.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, sorry, the colonies.
The colonies, okay.
You're the continent.
Yes, I'm in the continent. Europe.
Yes.
Europe is the continent.
Ah, good times.
I've never heard of
the... This is it, right here. You've never heard of the hover round? You can go to the Grand Canyon with the hover round. You should watch more Price is Right. You'd understand.
Okay.
Alright.
Fair enough, Trent. Please. Please.
S4, this has to be like a big moment for them, right? Invis Rune, you gotta think you're feeling probably pretty greedy. Like, do they have Metamorphosis? I almost feel like you should try and roach with this thing and just let S4 guard you, Like, try and use this as an opportunity. But they've already used up quite a bit of the time on the Invis Rune. Now they are waiting for that BKB. Alright, they're gonna smoke and try and get aggressive with it. Fair enough.
Look at how
Invis Rune will be gone, though, and yeah, they are just gone.
Look at how many sentries and observables the Dire has around here. There's one in the middle lane, like right in front of the tier 2. One up here near the shrine. So they are watching very carefully for any kind of initiation. One man, RP, okay. And the Reaper's Scythe. Sven is gone. Worth it. And you continue though. No Tail sprints forward. He's got that regen going. He's hit by the run of Aton. Oh, with the Ice Path and Macropire with the stuns coming through. No Tail has no tools left to survive. So he's killed off Resolution. He can't Sunder. He's got Mask of Madness on him. So they're going to have to chase him down with a jump here onto Jerax. The urn burns through. S4 blinks back. Rezo looks for the Sunder, but he's got no one to do it on. Fly trapped now in the Ice Path again. The Monkey King jumps forward. He's hexed up. He wants to go for Rezo. Fly dies, but this is the big kill. This is the important one. They get the Sunder, but the Resolution TV is dying. SFT clear through OG, 4 people for 1. They killed the Sven, sure enough. But in the end, was it really worth it?
No. I can distinctly say it was not.
I set you up for a one-word answer there, Trent.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Well done. I'm so smart. Yeah, that was interesting. I mean, once the BKB was gone, like, yeah, the Sven's gone, but all these other heroes, they're pretty bad when you have BKB up, sure. Jakiro, Lich, Nyx, but then that BKB goes down, and even though he got off the Sunder, he's just immediately Ice Path, and then into Impale. And Lich is throwing some stuff at you at the same time. Now you're going to give up Roche. Monkey King's going to have a Halberd now. He's going to be the one to purchase it. Fantastic item up against Terrorblade. And they still feel forced to fight this, but there's no RP.
They are
5 seconds.
Very riskily walking on forward. No RP for 20. BKB from Illidan, start things off under No Tail. He's obliterated, taken out of the game. No longer have a Necro, no buyback either. The chain cross onto the high ground. Resolution. Oh, Sunder, 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Okay, they are afraid. They know this timing. They know he probably has it up. But they have another Blink stun. Ready from the Sven. Jumping on forward. There we go. Start things off. Where's the chain? The RP. S4 trying to save them. Sunder. Terrorblade has to get it off now. Turns back for the Thompson Monkey King. There we go with the ulti now. Out from Thompson as Illidan clears up the backline. Resolution. He can't man fight the Monkey King. Thompson turns and faces. He is stronger. He is bigger. And he is meaner than this Terrorblade will ever be.
Oh, you know Thompson's got to be feeling some sick on his Monkey King today. Destroys in game 1, and then they leave it in game 2, and he's like, really? That's what you think of my Monkey King? Okay, cool. Guess we'll have to pick it again.
Screaming for a respect ban, this Thompson Monkey King OG. They are struggling in this game. Not as much as they did in game number 1. They have outs. They have ways to deal with this. But with a blink from Illidan in onto No Tail, the stun, the counter strike. Where's the Ghost Shroud? He comes out with a Shrine in the last second. But Thompson diffuses it off with the last charge and clears it off. Oh, No Tail, I am so sorry.
Man, he is having a rough series.
Now the Shrines.
Exceptionally difficult for him. They're not even going to bother with the Shrine. They know that Roche is so low.
Oh yeah, they never finished it, did they? They had to fight. OG forced it. Are they going to force another one? That's what we're looking for now. RP, 35 seconds. They don't have it. Roshan is dead. Aegis claimed by Illidan. BKB, 9-second charge ready for him as he saves up about 3,000 gold. The world is his oyster at this point. Could go for a Bloodthorn. An Orchid would be really strong this game. There's no Manta on TB. There's no BKB on Necro. They have so many targets that this Bloodthorn or just a straight Orchid on a Sven could absolutely annihilate people.
Yeah. And we have that recipe for the defusal now delivered. So Necrophos continue to beware. And they just, I mean, they just feel out of sorts on OG today. And this is also single elimination, right? Just like SCA. So this could be the end of OG's hopes for Hamburg.
Yeah, definitely.
German Dota fans, beware.
Okay, that's a 3-man stun with an ice power. Illidan is going to clear them. There we go. The BKB's pop. Sunder at the ready, but Illidan has already killed him off. Terrorblade has no buyback. Dead for close to a minute. This tier 3 is surely going to fall if the Monkey King ult zones them all out. No Tail can't really do anything about this. S4 has Blink RP, but they lack damage now with the TB down. And even when he respawns, Trent, he has no meta.
You're trying to plan this defense, and you're thinking about it, and then suddenly 3 of you are hit by a Stormhammer while you're still discussing how you're like gonna defend. And then it's just over. The combos, Jakiro just able to set up, like, I thought the Jakiro was good earlier in the game when he's just ice pathing Shackles and stopping that. But this is just a whole other level. Like, comboing up from so far away, giving some space, like Monkey King can abuse that so heavily, right? Where he can just get on top of them. That Boundless Strike also just as far as Ice Path, showing how well these heroes work together. SFT have some really cool combos with this Monkey King between the CK and the Jakiro.
It's so sick. It really is. SFT. I mean, Illidan has bounced from team to team for the past year. Not found a stable home. And then he joins these guys.
Oh, don't get ahead of yourself here. I mean, I don't know. I can't put my faith in Illidan again. I've been let down too many times by random stacks. I'm not ready to put my faith in SFT yet. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to see more.
Fair enough. I'm getting pretty hyped here though.
Don't hurt me again, Illidan.
Don't burn me again. I mean, to be honest, this time he doesn't have, you know, a full CIS stack behind him. So he can be the loose cannon, right? He can be the one wild card, and then everyone else is solid and stable. It's fine. I'm sure it's okay. Tier 2, forfeit. Not going to be defended. Good smoke here from OG though. Looking for the long wraparound, but equally good positioning from ST. Up on the high ground, Thompson could also pop the smoke. They know he's up here, but he leaps. Oh, are you serious? Are you serious right now? Monkey King just turns around. Boundless strikes there.
You shall be punished.
I mean,
your insolence to the king will not be accepted.
Okay, Fly tried to defend the tier 3 and gets slammed by Illidan. Thompson's still here with his ulti. Doesn't know that there's still 3 heroes around, but he does now. Thompson, where are you? Because Nikwa getting destroyed by the Terrorblade. In comes the Monkey King. Starts battling with the Terrorblade. This could be dangerous though. The Chain Frost won't do anything. Sven is still doing something over here with Jirax. And Monkey King has the Boundless Strike back onto the Terrorblade, holding the Sunder. The Chain Stuns come through and Thompson clears him up. A buyback's available. Forced out here. S4 with a 3-man RP and the Reaper Cypher the Lich. Does secure them a kill, but no tail. He's got nothing left to give. Diffused away from the Cyclone that gave him safety. Removed from the game by the Monkey King, who brings death and destruction to anyone who walks in his path. And Illidan, well, he's got Aegis. He does not give a single fuck about OG and their towers, about their racks, about their lives. He'll walk forward, he'll take down another lane. Thompson, they jump forward with Illidan, the 2-man stun into the Impale. Oh, S4, you can skewer them back towards the fountain, but you will lose your life for your insolence. The Sunder comes out, and Thompson, oh, he's just clearing them up left and right. This is it, it's game over. SFT have 2-0'd OG.
Alright, I think it's about time we all accept. You might have to bend the knee to the Thompson Monkey King. Yeah, that was disgusting. Truly impressive performance for him today, to a gross degree. 7